2016.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle sports and gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And today we'll be talking Starfire number 7 and number 8 for February and March 2016. I love how you were just like, 2016? Yeah.
No, 7 years ago already.
I know. 7 whole years, and at least a year of that was taken up with Rick Grayson. Or was that 2 years?
Let's not talk about it, Phil. Let's just move on.
I know one time period we're never going to touch again.
I mean, if we read a few isolated issues once they had the Court of Owls involved, maybe. But actually, we did those in real time when they first came out.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like,
I was gonna say it might have been interesting if it was like a 6-issue thing, but yeah, no, it went on too long. All right, so I don't think we have any new Nightwing news, do we?
I don't think so.
Except our Teen Titans Robin book that we'll be covering here soon is coming out tomorrow. So
that's right. It is already shipped from the Amazon.
That's right. I think that's the one perk of pre-ordering. It's like, yeah, I think you're supposed to get it the day it releases, like in the stores. So
that's right. And I better.
I don't know. Mine says
I pre-ordered this for months.
All right. So yeah, so this was 2016, kids. So yes, this was Grayson era. So, Agent 37.
So this Starfire book happened after the Outlaws book ended?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So like Starfire kind of was kind of like on the same time track as Grayson?
I guess.
Is that when it started?
I mean, I don't think she got as many issues as Dick, so she might have started later. I'm not sure, but like I said, these are the only 2 issues of this series I read. Although I think they are on the DC Universe Infinite app, kids. I think there was 12 issues I looked. Yeah. So Corey may have got a year because Dick got like what, like 20.
Yeah, Grayson goes 1 through 20.
Yeah, and then 3 annuals. But yeah, no, like she was on there was an original Red Hood and the Outlaws with Jason, Roy, and Corey, and then they came back with a new version kind of, and it was just Jason and Roy. And then after that book was over, they rebooted it like one more time, and it was like Jason, Artemis, and Bizarro, kind of like a like a Dark Trinity.
Yeah, which is the one they're using for the webtoon right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it says, it was 12 issues, and it says the first one was released in June of 2015.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Grayson came out before that, didn't it?
Well, I'll check.
Oh, I was going to say.
They have Grayson as 24 issues because they're counting like Futures End and whatnot.
3 annuals.
Yes, this says Grayson. The first one was released July 2014.
Yeah, and again, I can't remember when the Outlaws book ended. So, maybe
but
they were
presumably before Starfire went off on her own.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of a different Starfire from what was in the Outlaws book, right?
Kind of. I haven't read.
I mean, I didn't read the Outlaws book, so I guess
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't know.
mean, it's so weird because they kind of the whole New 52 thing was weird because you didn't know like they kind of jump 5 years into this new universe, and it's like you don't know if all the history is intact and stuff. And I think for a while people were like, did Dick and Corey even date in this new continuity? But from what we see here, I guess they did.
Well, and I thought one thing that people were saying that they thought was kind of a mistake was that if they were going to do, if the New 52 is supposed to be a reboot and is supposed to help bring in new readers, the Starfire of Outlaws was pretty different from the Starfire of the show. And I think a lot of people thought that was kind of a mistake because a lot of people knew Starfire from the Teen Titans cartoon, and that could have been a way to get them into comics. Not that you have to make it like that, but that's like, if you're doing this reboot, why would you? And if this feels like a Starfire a little more in line with the comics, in that they're kind of playing up that she's an alien who doesn't understand things, but she's very nice and maybe a little naive because she doesn't she doesn't understand things, and that makes her a little bit naive, as opposed to, I don't know, just sort of super sexy, I guess. It's what she was.
Yeah, because that was kind of the whole Outlaws thing. It's the first issue she's there in like the tiniest bikini they could draw on her. So yeah, I think they were going for sex appeal, and it's just like, no, just write the characters, which is interesting because like this, I'd completely forgotten. Yeah, this is written by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, a married couple who I think they were still on at this time. I know at one point they were writing Harley Quinn.
Yeah, when I looked it up, it said they were writing that they wrote Harley Quinn. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know they were on there on Harley Quinn's book for a little while.
I didn't know they were a couple though.
Yep. Yeah, they work together a lot, which I guess makes sense if you live in the same house.
Might make it tough. Can you ever truly leave work?
That's true, but again, this can be easy to find your co-writer too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you get inspired, you can be like, "Hey."
So yeah, like I said, I hadn't been reading the series. I just read these 2 issues because, of course, Dick's in them. But yeah, I guess Corey's trying to set a life up for herself down in what was that? Was that Miami?
West. The Florida, Key West, Florida Keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she has like a whole supporting cast, and
which is cool. Like, since she partially gets her power from the sun too, doesn't she?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good call.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't remember before. Could she talk to animals?
Well, remember, she can absorb language by touch. So
that's true. Yeah. So maybe that's
because that's how she learned English with Dick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess she never really.
Yeah, they never really played it up.
They never really showed her using that power, I guess we should say.
Yeah, after she learns English from Dick, we really don't see it. Yeah, but yeah, that was funny. Her talking to the dolphin.
Yeah, I also thought the dolphin, what is time? I was like, dang, that's a big existential question. But I thought her answer is what prevents everything from happening at once. I was like, oh man, that's a really good answer.
I mean, think about it. If all you had to do was like stay in the pool and you didn't have to go to work, or you didn't have to even know what day it was, Yeah, what's time? What's time? I get tired of sleep. I wake up and do what I want.
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, no, I was worried I wasn't gonna like these issues the first time I read them, but yeah, no, they're still pretty good.
It's cute. Yeah, I like the when he uses phrases and then they show her thinking and she's like the giant eyeball that's on top of her. That's kind of funny.
But yeah, it's just cute. And then I guess this, I guess she's seems like maybe a new romance on the horizon.
Soul
Soul.
son. Yep.
And just by coincidence, they're going on, I guess, this boat, the Sea Queen, a sunset cruise dinner ship. But guess who's also on the boat tracking someone?
Dick as an old man. Although I feel like this is really minor, but I feel as though the hypnos should only be able to do your face and not be able to conjure up glasses. I feel like he should have had to pull those glasses out of his pocket and provide them himself.
Yeah, but it's like hypnosis where she's like, yeah, you see glasses on my face. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're not real glasses. I was like, come on. That's taking it too far.
Yeah, but that'd be cool if they were like real like spy glasses. You know, you had like X-ray vision and other stuff in those glass. You know, something. You'd think they'd have something like that. But I love that the ship's all booked up, and I think makes an excuse. Oh, me and my, he has the old man. Oh, me and my wife always came on here, and she just passed away.
I know.
The woman's like, oh no, hey, I'll get you something. So yeah, he stands at the bar, orders a club soda, and is watching First Contact.
I would just like to say, I know that that's kind of the thing that the bad string and stuff, but I think club soda is so disgusting. This is a nasty taste.
Maybe he's just trying to stay in character.
No, I mean, that's
I
what
know.
they drink a lot. Or they're like club soda and lime, so it looks like a gin and tonic. I'm like, man, just drink Sprite.
I guess
At
it's
least it has a flavor.
I guess it's the cool thing to drink at the bar if you're not drinking alcohol. I don't know.
Yes. I'm like, I've had club soda, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is wretched.
Uh,
Maybe they're trying. No, wait, that's tonic water that has quinine. I was like, maybe he's trying to stave off malaria.
malaria.
Anyway, yeah, but then there are other guys. So he sees his contact, but then there's those dudes who are like, hey, see that old guy? I'm getting an odd vibe. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe he's not moving like an old man. And do you think it's intentional that like this? I mean, again, he has dark hair and everything, but do you think Saul has like a little bit of a dick look?
Yeah, totally. I was actually confused at first. And I was like, wait, is this Dick? And then I was like, oh no, that's right. She called him Soul. He's a different person.
So maybe we're saying, yeah, Corey has a type.
He has brown eyes, though. I think there's the difference.
Yeah. Well, again, it's not going to be an identical twin, but got the dark hair, his face. I don't know if it's just the art, but his face isn't that dissimilar.
Right. Although actually they give Dick brown eyes too, so who knows?
It's the hypnose. But yeah, then they do the flashback where we see how Saul lost his wife, and
yeah, that was super sad.
Yep. Because him and Corey were kissing, but then it's like, oh, I guess it's too soon.
And then shots fired.
Yep. Then we see that old man diving across the bar.
Pretty fit.
And then, Dick finds the guy in the boat. You have the package? Yes, but I'll come with it or no deal.
Like the mark is getting away.
But then Corey's trying to help in the boat, but one of the guys points a gun right at Corey's face, and Dick kicks him.
Yeah, so yeah, the Mark is different, has a different outfit on, or somebody. I feel like there's a fourth person in here who's driving the boat, because I thought the Mark was in a suit the first time.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I saw the road because he like hits that guy with the suitcase, so that way.
Or is that the guy who? I don't know. Yeah, it was a little confusing, but yeah, Dick kicks the guy who's going to shoot Corey, but then when one grabs him from behind, Corey blasts him. She's like, "Dick, I thought you were dead." He's like, "Of course you can see through. Of course you can tell it's me."
Yeah.
But then the other boat's getting away, and he asks Corey to stop it, so she blows up the engine.
Well, I like how she's like, "You're dead! I can't believe you're here!" It's like, "Will you do me a favor if you say please?" He's like, "Please don't let the boat get away."
And Saul's like, "Who are you? What's going on?" So yeah, so Corey's telling Dick who Saul is, and then she's telling Saul, "Dick is a friend of mine that was supposed to be dead, and now."
I have to get that briefcase.
Yeah, so Corey picks up Dick, and they go after the boat.
I was like, "Soul, you and your not dead friend go do your thing."
And Corey's just like, I keep seeing something odd happening to your appearance back on the boat. Is that some sort of cloaking device? And Dick, yes, obviously you see things differently than others.
I mean, it would make sense because she's an alien.
Yeah. And then he says he has to get that briefcase, and Corey's like, "Is it something they stole? Does this have something to do with your death?"
Yeah, there were a bunch of guys doing this. Yeah, because then when he gets dropped down onto the boat, then see there that guy in the tan suit? That was the dude.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, then Corey's thinking as she's watching Dick about all the feelings she's feeling. The man she once loved, then mourned for, is back. But she's okay. She has difficulty understanding just what she's feeling. Relief, confusion, sadness, joy, all at once. And then again, I never read the other issues, but I'm guessing that little ball of light was something from other issues.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Dick, what? Tinkerbell?
Yeah, because in this going back, the one where she comes in, it's kind of you could see it as her hair, but also it could kind of be that little ball of light.
I think she also said something about it brought her suit.
Yeah. Because she said, "How did my suit appear?" Oh well.
But yeah, Dick knocks out the guy in the suit, but the briefcase. So yeah, he asks Corey, and he asks, "Please." So she goes down and gets the briefcase.
Well, and then she meets a jellyfish, and she thinks jelly and fish.
But yeah, she's like, "What's so critical in here? What we have inside here is a trigger device to a unique weapon that is so dangerous. Well, without getting into the technical aspects, let's just say it can easily level a city. The actual part inside here can't do anything without its compatible component. But if this fell into the wrong hands." Dick and Corey's like, "Is this one of a kind?" Dick, "Yes, that's why it's important I get it before someone else does." Yeah, she keeps asking him, It's harmless itself, yes, but put together with the other thing, it can possibly kill millions of people, and it's the only one, yes. I'm sure they'll try to make another trigger one day. And Corey's like, not right away. And Dick's like, no, the people that made this are dead, and the people that stole it here, we're selling it to the highest bidder, a terrorist group in South America. She goes, what will we do with it now? And he says, we take it, analyze it, and keep anyone else from getting it. She goes, I see. I can take care of that. She throws it in the air and blasts it, destroys it.
Like, oh no!
I've been tracking a thing down for weeks. Do you realize what you've done? But she's like, no, it'll never fall in the wrong hands. He's like, it's not that simple. Someone will make another one day. She goes, maybe one day, but for now, it does not exist. It's like, okay, fine. What's done is done. But he says they have to get those criminals to the authorities. Corey says Saul probably called them. Yeah, and he pulls out a half bottle of chilled wine. And he's asking about Saul, and she's asking, why did you fake your death? He says, I did it to keep the people I care about safe and serve the greater good. It wasn't a decision I made lightly. I hope you can forgive me. She says, I was full of despair when I lost you. I know. He says, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. And then they kissed.
I think the thing that was weirdest to me was Dick just pulling out their half-empty bottle of wine and drinking it right out of the bottle.
I know. And if it's like half empty, you know someone else was drinking it. I'm like, ew.
I mean, presumably they poured it out and weren't just glugging it
Hopefully, yeah.
out the top. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like the bats usually don't do much with alcohol. It's kind of their thing to not.
Oh no, that's why Kister got drunk off half a sip of wine.
Maybe.
But yes, it ends with them kissing.
Yep.
All right, so on to number 8.
Yeah, you're right. There must be something with that little.
Yeah, it must be some kind of alien or something, or
thing.
Because she talks to it. It seems like she can understand it saying something, even though we don't see any word bubbles or anything, or even any sounds. But
yeah, but then I'm thinking because some other people in that helicopter, and they're like, I see a stunning woman with orange hair kissing some guy, and then they're trying to take a picture and shoot them, and the little Tinkerbell thing or whatever pops up and keeps them from shooting Dick in the head.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to see if there was any. I can find anything in the summaries or anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about what that is. All right. Well, yeah, but they're still kissing on the cover of number 8.
Kiss all month long. It's pretty intense.
Nice. All right. So, man, a lot of ads at the beginning. All right. But yeah, someone comes looking for their device. Right. And they try to shoot. Look, I mean, I guess they could be trying to shoot at both of them, but I was like, look, someone was trying to shoot Dick in the head again.
Well, not again. This is before he got shot in the head.
Well, no. This is between when Dr. Hurt shot him.
Oh, that's true.
Batman and
this would have been. You're right.
This was
before the Rick headshot, but not a different.
Yes, not as him as Batman. Yeah. Or when the Joker shot him in the shoulder.
But I like Corey's little, I don't know, curse isn't the right word, but her, what in the 20 terrains of Tamarin was that? That's sweet.
Alliteration.
Yep. I'm kind of surprised though that that's the one thing that feels a little weird in this is I get that it's cute when she doesn't understand stuff, but sometimes it feels like they're taking it too far. Because
Yeah.
when he's like, we need to get her to a hospital ASAP. And she's like, ASAP? That's like that. I mean, I feel like if you spent 2 weeks on Earth, you would know what that meant.
Yeah.
People
I don't
use
know.
that
I could
a
almost
lot.
hear saying, I could almost see her saying, why did you call her ASAP? So they take this injured woman from the helicopter and kind of holding on to Corey's foot or leg or foot. But then they show Saul, and I guess that's his partner.
Yeah, that he works the Coast Guard with.
Yeah, it's basically asking.
She's like, was this an actual date? And he's like, yeah, sort of a first date that went horribly wrong.
Because she seemed to.
But did it go as wrong as Robin and Supergirl's first date?
No. But yeah, I guess Rave is just like, has feelings for Saul. So she's like, if things don't work out with Corey, keep me in mind.
Yeah.
Then Saul's sister is the sheriff. And then it looks like we're setting stuff up for probably the next issue. Buck growing underground. Then I guess we're back at Corey's place as she's getting out of the shower.
Yeah.
And she basically walks out topless, asking, what color would go with this skirt? Dick's face like, geez, I don't know.
And of course, the artfully placed hand.
Yeah.
So
but
funny.
But she goes, why don't you look at me? And he goes, look, we have to talk about that kiss. It wasn't an invitation. Well, my life is really complicated right now. I just don't want to send the wrong message. She's like, you didn't enjoy it? He's like, no, I mean, yes, I did, but I was in the moment. The kiss was more of a happy to see you thing, if you can understand that.
He's right, though. His life was very complicated. Now is not the time to be dragging somebody else into it.
Oh, yeah. And especially, just Spiral and Helena, yeah. She says, I'm happy.
I also love, how Corey's like, what top? And then she just pulls on basically her uniform top. Like, does she just have an apartment full of that same top?
Maybe. I just like how she's like, I'm happy to see you as well. Are you uncomfortable because you want to have more than just the kissing?
He's like, no. She's like, okay, then let's move on to pancakes.
So yeah, they're sitting outside eating pancakes. But she's basically comparing him to James Bond, and Dick's like, oh, you've seen those movies? And she's like, they made movies from those books? I have to see that. But Dick's saying she's changed but hasn't changed, and the normal life is working for her.
Because this I think is, which I think it's fine. It works. I think this is the writers trying to make her a little more like the Corey in the show for other readers, because they never really Corey not understanding dating and how to be with someone was never a question in New Teen Titans. It was other things like the violence and that sort of thing that was different. But in this one, she's saying, I have an attraction to Fran. I like him a lot. And Dick's like, but does he know this? She's like, well, we were on a date. And he's like, yeah. And then you ran off with me and haven't talked to him. She's like, is.
Yeah, we see them moving on because he's actually he actually giving her like dating advice.
Yeah. It's just funny. I mean, whatever, that's fine, it works. It just feels more like the Corey from the TV show than from New Teen Titans.
Yes. Yeah, again, it just seems, I don't know if they've, at this point, like all the history she had before we saw in like New Teen Titans is in here, so some of it, but not all of it. But yeah, after she leaves a message for Saul, they see a bunch of guys standing around.
No, you're jumping over the joke, Phil.
Oh, the phone joke, yes.
Yeah, did you know when I wear jeans, this phone vibrates in my front pocket, but only for a few seconds, which is a shame.
As we get it.
Take does an actual spit take.
Yes,
That's
then
funny.
he sees the guys standing around. And they're like, what do we do? They obviously don't have the briefcase on them. And they're like, we'll find it. We'll follow them.
And then, can I get another side of sausage, Corey? That is what she said. I know, that's really dating the comic, though. In another few years, people read that and be like, what? It'll be as bad as them calling Donna Wonder Chick.
But yeah, they tried to slip a tracking device on them, and they're like, you didn't turn it on. But then it's weird. They go to the cemetery, and they're like basically visiting Saul's wife's grave.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is it? I don't think it's Saul's wife. Is it her mom? Is it somebody's mom? Because I mean, it says she died in 1955.
Does it? Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Oh, unless is that just like or is that just someone random?
Yeah, it might just be a person in there.
Maybe because they're like, do you ever think she would have thought that a spy and an alien would be standing here talking over her grave?
No, she doesn't say spy. She says a gallant hero.
Spies, yes. And Dick tells Corey she's changed. She goes, I have not. I am the same. Our relationship has changed.
Maybe that could be.
But I don't know. It's like 3 of these guys, and they think they're going to take Dick and Corey. I mean, Dick could take these guys down by himself, but it's like, Corey can
Corey
give.
could also take these guys down by herself. So
I was going to say, Dick is one thing. Corey can give Superman a hard time. At least a couple hard time for a couple minutes. It's like, come on.
They definitely didn't know. But I'm kind of surprised they have him using guns in this one.
Yeah.
Because even in the spiral, he had the guns, but he would throw them.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems a little. It's kind of like whatever, will let it go because it's not his main comic, but that is a mistake there, I would say.
Yeah, because it looks like he shoots the one guy. I mean, probably shoots him in the shoulder or something, but I do see a little bit of blood. But yeah, Dick knew they were following them. He's been tracking them since breakfast. But then Corey blasts them. But yeah, one of them's still the one Dick shot's conscious, and Dick asks him why were they shooting at them, and the guy's about to say bite me, and Dick says, "Don't make this more don't make me make this more uncomfortable for you."
I know the guy saying bite me.
I know. But yeah, they said they're just hired help. And Dick's basically like, come on, every minute you waste here is more time you're bleeding out. And Dick's like, or Corey says, watching him work on this man is disturbing but necessary. I understand this, but it makes me uneasy. But of course, yeah, they're connected to the people after the trigger device. They still believe it exists, and they were sent to get it back. He gets a location of the people that hired these men, and this makes him very happy. I'm both relieved and sad with what he tells me next. So basically, he's going to go after these people, but I don't think we ever see the conclusion to that. Because I mean, as far as I know, he's not in this book anymore, and we don't tie this up in Grayson. I'm pretty sure. So
Maybe we just assume it's some people that pop up in Grayson, I guess.
maybe.
It's not that important, apparently.
I guess not.
They just wanted to have a crossover, so.
Yes. Or maybe, the writers of Grayson were like, nah, we don't have time for that.
I'm not sure where this came in during Grayson.
Let's see.
But yeah, it didn't tie up with Grayson. Kind of like the Midnighter one was kind of self-contained. So it could just be, that this is what wraps up the crossover. They're like, okay, he has to go do his thing, so he's leaving. Corey has to do her thing.
Okay, I looked it up there because the cover date was March 2016. The same month, we got Grayson number 16, the one with him on the skis and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It worked out well because that was the issue after the Robin War one. So
yeah, so this is getting near the end of his time on Grayson, so they definitely did not have time to wrap it up.
Yeah, no. Which we'll get to next week.
Right. My only other complaint is Corey's supposed to be taller than Dick.
Oh yeah.
It always annoys me when they forget that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
because Corey is really tall.
I'm trying to remember if they kept her height after New 52. I'm like, I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, they were good about it when it was New Teen Titans of having her be really tall, and she was taller than most everybody. Maybe not taller than Cyborg, but I mean, taller than everybody else. Yeah.
But yeah, he's basically telling her he has to go back and check in with the people he works with, and then they're going to do a complete raid on the enemy installation and hopefully make the world a bit safer. But he said, look, let's plan for another visit while we don't have killers crawling all over us every second. How's that sound?
I know, and then her picture with like killers in her hair.
But he says, it was good seeing you. I'm glad for the time we had, as crazy as it was. Her, me too. I'm very happy you are not dead. Yes, that makes two of us. So, yep. Hugs her, gives her a peck on the cheek, basically, and just walks away.
Aww.
And just like that, he was gone. Is that always to be the way it is with him? In order for me to establish my new life, I must stop looking back and move forward. So, yeah, basically the issue ends with her kissing Saul in the pool.
Yeah, but I did think it was funny how, because Corey is, so, and I do feel like this is kind of, Corey is very in touch with her emotions and this kind of stuff. How he's like, where's your friend? He's like, yeah, he went elsewhere to do whatever he does. I was worried about you, and I don't really know that Dick guy. And she's like, oh, I'm quite durable, and Dick is one of the most able-bodied. He's like, that's not what I meant.
Oh yeah. But no, it was cute. That's what I want to do one day. Read like the complete Grayson, like all the issues, and then like all the like little crossovers, maybe the Midnighter or this, and they need to make an omnibus. They could do that. one of those
Well,
big,
they do
huge
have a
books.
Grayson omnibus. I have it, but it doesn't have the crossovers in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of them are huge. They probably there's enough room probably for crossovers and stuff.
And it looks like maybe. Well, that's like I'm kind of confused though. Is like Soul looks like he's looking at the little light Tinkerbell kind of thing, but he doesn't say anything. And then all of a sudden, then Tinkerbell's doing something to the pool.
Oh yeah, because after a kissing, it looks like it's like lighting up the pool doing something. So
Yeah. But I like that they're outside of the pool and there are 4 cats hanging around at the pool. Nice.
So yeah, one of these days I gotta get around to reading the other issues because no, these were good.
Yeah, we'll have to look and find out what's up with the little ball of light.
Exactly. But yes, I am on the app. Yes, it does look like it goes to 12. So
That's not a super long run. I wonder. Well,
it's 1 year.
If this is 8 coming out at the same time as 16, it sounds like it went a little past Rebirth.
No, not really, because well, Grayson has after 16 had 4 issues, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then this has 4 more issues, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they might have ended.
Right.
Yeah, so they probably ended the same time. Cheapers,
Right.
they probably started first, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why yes, you said 12 and I was thinking 16 that it was only halfway through. Yeah, you're right. They must have ended at the same time. Nope.
Yeah, I think that was a big cutoff point. Probably is a lot of books probably got canceled or rebooted for rebirth. So
yeah, pretty much.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Like I said, next week, we'll cover the 4 remaining issues of Grayson. We'll wrap up that series. Grayson 17 through 20. And then in 2 weeks, we'll do new books again. Nightwing 102. And both of us should have our Teen Titans Robin graphic novel, which we'll cover. So.
Oh, really? In a couple more weeks? Yeah, no, in 2 more weeks, you'll get more Starfire because she'll be in the.
Yes. All right. So, yes.
Well, and now that was one. Sorry, before we leave, that was one thing that I thought was nice about this one was they acknowledged, they kissed, and it was a little bit sexy, but like not too sexy. And then they kind of moved on, and there wasn't any, sort of fraught. Are we going to? I mean, I wouldn't really say it was a love triangle because, well, it would have been a love triangle with Corey and Dick and Soul, and it was nice that they didn't do that because. It's so tired.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, again, it's like Dick has his own book, so you're not going to have probably like a big love triangle here, but they were probably like, Rebirth is coming. All right. Anything else on this?
I think that's it.
All right. So, yes, kids, next week, Grayson 17 through 20. And then in 2 weeks, the new issues, Nightwing 102 and the Teen Titans Robin graphic novel. So, yes, send your thoughts because, yes, we'll give you like an extra week before we talk that Teen Titans Robin. So, yes, send your thoughts in on that or these. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you could find all episodes, the videos for our episodes, social media, merchandise, pretty much a list of who's on what show. Yes, just go to our website, tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. It's in the show notes. Don't worry about memorizing that. All right. And again, if you haven't picked up your Teen Titans Robin graphic novel, go on Amazon, pick it up so you can follow along in 2 weeks. And while you're there, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, if you love the character of Dick Grayson, of Robin, of Nightwing, it's required reading. Do it. You know what? It's been so long since we've talked that book. Maybe one of these days for one of our episodes, we should just like dive back into the book.
Oh, the book that.
Yes, the book that brought us together.
The book. Okay.
The good book.
Okay, it's not that good.
The book of Grayson.
Grayson.
So yes, go on Amazon. Pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. All right.
Right, I'm just checking. Yes, mine is shipped. It's going to be out for delivery tomorrow. It's coming.
I was going to say, it was saying...
It's arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m. I hope it comes earlier than that.
You know what? It always says that for me, like 9 or 10 p.m., and it's always here by like 2, 3 o'clock at the latest.
Sometimes I get that. Sometimes for me, it's more like 6 or 7. I don't know. It depends. I guess it depends on the route they take that day.
I think just to play it safe, they always put the end of the day, their work day, no matter what.
Right, yeah. Because then you won't be like, oh, you said
11 and it's like 12 o'clock.
And people will be like that.
Oh, yes. Mine arrived at an Amazon facility nearby, like 1 hour ago. So, yes, it should be here tomorrow.
Wow. Let's see what mine says.
Yeah, I didn't see a... It went like... It came here from New Jersey and somewhere else before that.
Yeah, they better update mine because mine says it was picked up on the 5th in New Jersey, and today it says it left the New Jersey facility. So,
ooh,
it's got to go all the way over Pennsylvania, though.
I was gonna say you're a little further from New Jersey than I, so
exactly. So,
yes, I'm in Pennsylvania, kids. So. I should be like, I got 2 copies. Hold on. What the heck? Oh yeah, mine left the New Jersey this morning. Wait a minute. Because yesterday it's saying something about it arrived at New Jersey, then it's saying it left. Wait. It's saying it left to Pittsburgh, then it left New Jersey, then it arrived in Pennsylvania. I don't know.
That seems very confusing.
Yeah, I think someone made a typo there or something. All right, kids. So yes, 2 weeks, Nightwing 102, and Teen Titans Robin. Everyone's sitting here on the edge of their seats, like, oh, are they gonna get their books? But yes, that's in 2 weeks. Again, next week, Grayson 17 through 20. Gonna wrap that up. Enough fun in the sun today at this episode. And remember, James Gunn, we need Dick Grayson in the movies. What's your big box office? Make it happen. All right, kids. Again, come back next week. Join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News. That's what she said.